Top 10 Black Panther and the Illuminati coming right up. Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also brought to you by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Crystal is number 12 in the set. She has the Avengers and Inhumans keywords. She has a trait and a special on her attack. Her trait is called Geokinesis. Quake as free. Free anything is always good. Quake is an attack, so that's even better. Then she has the special on her attack called Pull the Moisture right out of the air. Smoke Cloud, but may generate all water terrain instead of hindering terrain markers. -1 to attack still applies. So that's pretty cool to get the Smoke Cloud, and then you could also free Quake is pretty cool. She is 50 points. Starts off with a 4 range single target. 9 movement with sidestep and the flight ability, 10 attack with that special, 17 defense with energy shield deflection, and 3 damage. This figure is a force to be reckoned with. She's able to move her full movement, which is 11 if you include the sidestep. She's a flyer, so she can ignore most things for movement, and then she can quake for free once she gets there. And since the quake is free, you know she's always going to get to attack at least once. So you can feel free to use your costed action as the smoke cloud markers, and then use your free action for your quake, or you could conceivably attack twice in one turn if an enemy had based you for that. So just really cool. Avengers is a good keyword, definitely one of the best ones in this set. Voyager is number 17 in the set. She has the Avengers, Elders of the Universe, and Cosmic keywords. She has 2 traits and a special on her attack. Her first trait is called I Sense a Greater Challenge. At the beginning of the game, if an opponent's force includes an additional game element, heal Voyager 1 click past her starting line to click 0. Current additional game elements are ID cards, equipment, special terrain, and locations. So really cool there. She gets to go from her click 1 to her click 0, which is really cool. We'll talk about that more when we look at the dial. Her other trait is called Avengers Assemble. Passenger 1. Passenger 3, but only to carry characters that share a keyword with her, and she may carry characters with the flight or giant size symbol. So that's really cool there. So what this is this is essentially a hyper taxi for Avengers, Elders of the Universe, or Cosmic figures, which is really cool. Avengers needed a low cost one, so definitely a welcome addition for that. Then the special on her attack is called Straining My Powers of Teleportation. Telekinesis, but only to place characters. When Voyager uses it, neither she nor the target character need line of fire to the destination square. That is a super powerful ability. Not needing line of fire to the destination square means you can TK figures through walls and just do all sorts of damage with her. So she's only 50 points, has the Power Cosmic team ability and the Avengers team ability. She has a 0 range, and on her click 1, she starts off with a 14 movement with phasing teleport, 9 attack with that special, 17 defense, energy shield deflection, 1 damage with perplex. And then if your opponent has one of those additional game elements, you have a 14 movement with phasing teleport, 10 attack with that special, 18 defense with energy shield deflection, and 1 damage without wit. This figure is just insane. The hyper taxi for characters that she shares keywords with is good. The teleportation is insane. Either one of those would make her worth 50 points alone, but you get both, and then in addition to that, you get a one of the best support powers in the game with either perplex or outwit. For sure, she had to be on this list. AIM White Squad is number 22 in the set. He has the AIM, Avengers, Hydra, and Scientist keywords. He has 1 trait which is called Science and Engineering Division. At the beginning of the game, for all characters with this trait, choose Outwit or Perplex, and they can use the chosen power this game. If they are part of a named theme team, you can choose both. So with Avengers and Hydra and AIM being named keywords, Those are really strong keywords, especially Avengers. So with this figure, you get 2 out of the best support powers in the game, or at least 1, for the 30 points that this figure costs. He starts off with a 4 range single target, 6 movement with nothing on it, 9 attack with incapacitate, 16 defense with energy shield deflection, and 1 damage. But what you really want to do with this guy is you want to push him to click 2, where he has a 5 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 15 defense with defend, and 1 damage with support. So for 30 points with this guy, what you're really getting, if you're running him on a name theme team, you're getting Outwit, you're getting Perplex, and if you push him to click 2, you're also getting support. So that's 3 of the best support powers in the game. And then since he's on a theme team, you also have your theme team probability controls. So you have somebody nice and easy to give a theme team prob token to. So he essentially, for 30 points, has 4 of the best support powers in the game. This guy is going to be a staple of all kinds of AIM, Hydra, and Avengers theme teams until he retires. This guy's just insane. Get as many of them as you can. He's just crazy good for the points. Definitely one of the best ones in the set. Medusa is number 30 in the set. She has the Avengers, Illuminati, Inhumans, and Ruler keywords. She has 1 trait, which is called Living Locks. Free, generate a living hair bystander. What is a living hair bystander, you might ask? It has no stats, just question marks. It has the autonomous attack symbol, so its actions don't count against your actions for the turn. And it has 2 traits. Its first trait is called It's Still Attached to Me. After resolutions of any action, if living hair is not adjacent to that character generating it, KO it. So basically, if it moves away from Medusa, it gets KO'd. Then, the other trait is called An Extension of Myself. Living hair has the printed combat values and can use the standard powers displayed on the dial of the character that generated it. Protected Pulse Wave. So really cool there. So basically all the powers and stats that Medusa has, Living Hair has. So she's only 50 points, has a 2 range, single target. Starts off with an 8 movement with sidestep, 11 attack with precision strike, 17 defense with energy shield deflection, and 3 damage with leadership. So this is really cool here. In the same vein as a figure earlier in the set, basically she can carry, or she can be carried across the map, generate her living hair, and then the living hair can attack. Then the living hair can attack again, and then she can generate another free one and attack a 3rd time in 2 turns, which is just crazy. And she's just good. The living hair is a standard sized character, so they can't draw a line of fire through it. And Medusa has leadership, so she can, in theory, pull tokens from it. She's just really crazy. She's definitely a staple in Pauper right now. And with Avengers being such a strong keyword, I could see her in a certain way possibly making a splash for just that. So we'll have to see for that one. But definitely one of the best figures in this set. Eitri is number 32 in the set. He has the Asgardian and Armor keywords. He has 1 trait and a special on his damage. His trait is called Master Smith of Navdelair. During force construction, you may add 3 equipment objects with different names of 10 points or less to your sideline. At the beginning of the game, your opponent chooses one, and you choose one of the other 2 to place in your starting area. The 2 you didn't place stay on your sideline. So that's pretty cool there. What it is basically you get a free object that's 10 points or less when you play Eitri. You choose 3, your opponent picks one that you can't pick, and then out of the other 2 you choose one that ends up in your starting line, in your starting area, not 5 squares away. That's pretty big to not have to waste that action to basically send something out to get it and bring it back. You're able to do it at the beginning of the game. Then his special on his damage is called Had This Been Dwarven Craftsmanship, you wouldn't be needing any repairs. Free, roll a d6. 4 through 6, heal an adjacent friendly character with the armor, robot, or vehicle keyword, 1 click. So that's pretty cool there. He only shares one of the keywords with that keyword list, but still cool to be able to basically heal 1 click without rolling for support or regen or anything like that. So that's pretty cool there. He's 35 points, has a 6 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 17 defense, toughness, 2 damage with perplex. So basically, in my mind, I consider him a 25-point perplexer, and then you get a free 10-point object to put in your starting area, so you're getting a bonus of having it in your starting area. He hasn't caught on yet, but to me, this is definitely one of the best figures in the set. I look forward to seeing somebody figure out a way to make him the greatness that I see he could be. So definitely needed to be on this list for me. Black Bolt is number 42 in the set. He has the Inhumans, Illuminati, and Ruler keywords. He has 1 trait, a special on his movement, a special on his attack, and he has improved targeting, ignores hindering, and shoots out of adjacency. His trait is called Bearer of the Reality and Space Gem. Black Bolt starts the game with either the Reality Gem or Space Gem equipped, if you choose to pay an extra 5 points. I would strongly suggest playing the Reality Gem that comes with him to give him a perplex and a +1 range. It's sick. It makes him so much better. One of the best gems in the game. And then it just gets to go on him for an additional 5 points. Is crazy. Then he has that special on his movement called the Space Between Worlds. Sidestep. When Black Bolt uses it with the Space Gem equipped, after resolutions you may move all characters within range 1 square. So, pretty cool there, although ultimately you're not going to get too much use out of that because you can only have 1 gem on them, and you're definitely going to be playing the Reality Gem. Then the special on his attack is called Silence is my reality, it will not be yours. Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Black Bolt uses it with the Reality Gem equipped, you may instead target any number of opposing characters within range and line of fire. If you do, instead of normal damage, each hit target is dealt his printed damage value. His printed damage value, as we see when we look at the card, is 3. So basically, if you can draw a line of fire to 20 figures, and they're all within range and line of fire, he can deal 3 damage to all 20 of those figures, which is just crazy. This guy is so good in Battle Royales, and he's just a good figure to begin with. Has 2 different point values, 145 and 95 points. Starts off at 145 with a 6 range single target, 11 movement with the flight ability and running shot, 12 attack with that special, 18 defense with impervious and indomitability, 3 damage with leadership. And then at 95 points, he starts off with a 9 movement with that special, 10 attack with Pulse Wave, 17 defense, invulnerability, 3 damage with Perplex. So this guy's just good in my book all around. With the Perplex from the Reality Gem, you're probably going to be giving him a 13 attack, dealing 3 damage to basically your opponent's entire team. This guy's insane, definitely one of the best figures in the set. SpiderMan is number 45 in the set. He has the Avengers, Pro Registration, Spider-Man Family, Stark Industries, Armor, Reporter, and Scientist keywords. He has 2 traits and a special on his movement. His first trait is called 3 Waldos. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose 1, Flurry and Giant Reach 2, or Combat Reflexes and Stealth, or Improved Targeting out of Adjacency and Triple Target. Spider-Man can use the chosen effect until you choose again. So really cool there. All of those are good in certain aspects, although whenever I use them, I tend to choose either the Giant Reach 2 and Flurry or Combat Reflexes and Stealth. Then his other trait is called Iron Spider Senses. Super Senses, Protected Outwit, so he has traded Super Senses, which is awesome. Then the special on his movement is called What's He Doing? What's He Going to Do? Fly. Leap Climb. When Spider-Man uses it, after resolutions, he may be given close at no cost. So that is really what makes him good, is that special on his movement, because that means that he can use the Flurry that you're able to pick to basically leap climb across the board and then Flurry for massive damage. So he's got the Spider-Man team ability and 2 different point lines, 145 and 85 points. At 145 points, he has a 5 range single target, 9 movement with that special, 12 attack, precision strike, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 4 damage with shape change. Then at 85 points, he has an 8 movement with that special, 11 attack, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, 3 damage with perplex. Either of these point values are really good. I see the value in both of them, but this guy is just crazy. He won so much respect from me at my top 8 appearance for Team Nationals with my team. I used him on my team, and he is just phenomenal. Probably one of the best Spider-Man in modern age right now. Really healthy keywords, great abilities, definitely one of the best figures in the set. Doctor Strange is number 53A in the set. He has the Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, and Mystical keywords. He has improved targeting, ignores hindering. He has one trait, a special on his attack, defense, and damage. His trait, which is plus 5 points, is Bearer of the Soul Gem. Doctor Strange starts the game with the Soul Gem equipped. You definitely want to do that for 5 points. He gives Steel Energy at range or close, plus gets a +1 defense. Definitely worth it. If you're playing him, you're definitely playing that. Then the special on his attack is called Our Souls Bound by Common Purpose. Precision Strike when Doctor Strange uses it with the Soul Gem equipped and heals from Steel Energy. After resolution, you may heal all adjacent friendly characters one click. That's just insane. The ability to heal himself plus heal the friendly characters is crazy. Then the special on his defense is called Warding Shields, Defend, Energy Shield Deflection. So he's able to share his defense with all of his adjacent friendly characters. So that means that this is definitely a Doctor Strange that wants to keep all of his compatriots close. Then the special on his damage is called We Must Work Together. Perplex when Doctor Strange uses it to target another friendly character. You may choose a standard damage power that character can use. Doctor Strange can use that power until your next turn. So basically, if you perplex up somebody that has shape change, you can take their shape change. If you perplex up somebody that has outwit, you can take their outwit. Any number of things. Definitely a very powerful ability. He's 115 points, has the Mystics and Avengers team abilities. Starts off with an 8 range dual target, 10 movement with running shot and the flight ability, 10 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with that special, and 3 damage with that special. Now this guy doesn't look like too much on his own, but definitely when you look at all those powers, this guy is a main attacker and a support figure all in one. Definitely one of the better figures in the set, and one of my favorite characters of all time, so definitely had to be on this list. Taskmaster is number 61 in the set. He has the Agency X, Cabal, Hydra, Initiative, Assassin, and Martial Artist keywords. He has 2 traits. First one is called Just Because You Hired Me Doesn't Make Us Friends. Taskmaster doesn't count against theme teams. So you have a theme that's lacking a main attacker. You're just like, well, I'll throw Taskmaster on there and he won't break the theme. So definitely a really cool ability there. Then his other trait is called I Memorized Moves from Dozens of Chumps. Take your best shot. Free. Choose 2. Charge. Flurry. Running Shot. Blaze Claws Fangs. Incapacitate. Penetrating Psychic Blast. Precision Strike. Combat Reflexes. Energy Shield Deflection. Close Combat Expert. Exploit Weakness. Range Combat Expert. Taskmaster can use the chosen powers until your next turn. This turn, characters targeted by Taskmaster with an attack can't use the chosen power until your next turn. That is insane and crazy. So he basically has a list of all the best powers in the game. And then he's able to take them away from your opponent if he targeted them with an attack. So if there's a character with, let's say, Power Cosmic, and they have Energy Shield Deflection, and it's really causing you a problem, choose Energy Shield Deflection with Taskmaster, target them with an attack. They can't use it. Even though they have Power Cosmic, and then they can't use it for the rest of the turn, so even when another one of your friendly characters attacks them, it's still gone. He's 100 points, has the question mark team ability, which means he's a wild card. He has a 6 range single target, starts off with an 8 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, 3 damage with leadership. Now it's important to note, when you look at his style, you're like, this isn't even that good. But then whenever you take a look at all the powers he can use in addition to those, this guy's just crazy. Definitely one of the best figures in the set. I haven't really seen them make too many bad Taskmasters, and this is probably the best Taskmaster we've ever gotten. Super happy for him. Really like this sculpt. Definitely needed to be on the list. Thanos is number 74 in the set. He has the Minions of Thanos, Negative Zone, and Cosmic keywords. He has 2 traits, a special on his attack and a special on his damage. His trait is called Artifact from an Interdimensional Cosmic Vampire. Thanos may start the game with the Ego Gem equipped. What's the Ego Gem do? Oh, it only gives him +1 to any stat that you can choose different ones at the beginning of each turn. And then also it makes it so that he can have any other gem also equipped to him. So that is just insane and crazy. Then his other trait is called Screet is as Screet does, and Screet is hard to swat. Free. Once per game, generate a Screet bystander. What is a Screet bystander, you might ask? Oh, nothing much. Just a 4 range single target, 8 movement with the flight ability and the phasing teleport, 10 attack with Psychic Blast and the autonomous symbol, 19 defense with impervious, 2 damage with a special. The special is called Chaos Might, Perplex, but only to target other characters. When Screet uses it, she modifies the value +2 or -2, then rolls a d6. 1 or 2, the modifier becomes 0. So he comes with his own secondary attacker and +2 modifier, which is crazy, and her actions don't count against her action total for the turn, which is also just crazy. Then the special on his attack is called Genocide is not what Mistress Death desires, but what the Maker's followers deserve. Precision Strike, free, make an attack targeting an opposing character, but only if there's other characters with the same name on the map. When Thanos KOs a character, after resolution, KO all bystanders generated by that character. Then heal him 1 click for each bystander KO'd this way. So that's really cool there. That takes care of a lot of things going around right now that generate bystanders. So definitely really cool there. Then his special on his damage is called the Biological Application of Cosmic Power. Perplex, but only to target other characters. When Thanos uses it to target a friendly character, that character can use Power Cosmic Team ability until your next turn. When Thanos uses it to target an opposing character, that character can't use Willpower or Protected Outwit until your next turn. That is crazy. So he basically takes away Power Cosmic Team ability from an opposing character or gives it to yourself, in addition to enhancing something by +1. This guy's just crazy. 2 different point values, 160 and 110 points. Has the Power Cosmic and Mystics team ability. Starts off at 160 points with a 7 range single target, 10 movement with sidestep, 12 attack, 18 defense with invincible, and 4 damage. Then at 110 points, he has a 10 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense with impervious, and 3 damage with that special. This guy's just crazy. Definitely a reason that he was at one time pushing $400 and still is well above $200. Definitely had to be one of the best figures in this set. Alright guys, that's it for this top 10 list. Let me know in the comments below if I missed one of your favorites and what that would be and why. Always enjoy reading those comments. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that there's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.